So if you are familiar at all with this book here, this is A Court of Mist and Fury, then you may remember Feyre's dress from the Court of Nightmares. And I was so in love with it that I decided to try to sew it from scratch. So this is the dress right now so far, and it's made with essentially 4 panels that are exactly the same size of fabric, and I've got it all pinned. It's been a long time since I've sewn, but I found this fabric. Look at this. It's got like such beautiful fabric that it reminds me of stars, like how the dress was described in the book. So I'm going to start sewing it and see how this comes out. I also have all the chains and pieces of hardware that I'm going to be making for some body jewelry for this, as well as a belt to match. And I'm going to be soldering some gemstones, so we're going to see how this project goes. So for Feyre's dress for the night court, these are my settings that I'm using in case you're interested. This is a number 3 setting, which is this one here. I'm using a brother machine, and it's just the zigzag stitch, and I'm using 0, so it's like the tightest stitch that I can make it. And I'm using just simple black thread. Essentially, this is 4 pieces in total for the fabric, and they're all exactly the same length. I gave extra long pieces, or I cut extra long pieces just so that I would have room to trim and kind of mess with it, because again, I'm not using any pattern for this. This is strictly a kind of eyeballing everything. So I'm starting with just doing the front 2 pieces, which are going to be joined in the center. And you'll see what I mean here in a few minutes. But this is just a basic hem on each side, and just watching to make sure that I am keeping everything equal on both sides and measuring as I go. So yeah, we'll see what the front looks like when I'm done. So this dress was a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated, but I'll give you a little bit of an overview. So I finished up the piece for the body jewelry. I kind of went off character a little bit with it, but I really like the moon theme. The belt is secured just with a single string of sterling silver rope, and I think I did a decent job with it. I've tried it on once, and I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. But the back is fully sewn, and then the body jewelry piece is tied with a leaf toggle. The back actually is a little bit lower on the mannequin because the mannequin is a little bit thinner than I am, but it's gonna have a nice little V in the back, and I'm pretty happy with how she came out. I think it's pretty close to the dress from the book. At least this is how I envisioned it. It'll have a slight train in the back, but everything else is cut to my body, and we're gonna see how it looks.